So pharmacokinetics means drug plus movement, which is basically how do the drugs, reach their targets, reach all these receptors and channels, both gated and ungated, these transporters and these enzymes, both the degradative ones that break things down and the synthesizing ones that build things up. So how do drugs actually reach their targets? So how you actually consume a drug or take a drug matters in terms of, how much, kind of degradation it'll go through before it actually reaches targets. For example, oral administration, we're going to learn, like taking things by mouth, results in hepatic circulation, basically from the gut. It goes straight into the liver and gets, degraded, basically to some extent by enzymes that are present in the liver. So that's called the first pass effect. That's a very important aspect of pharmacokinetics because you're going to get less of a drug, because the liver will help to break down part of it if you're consuming that drug orally. So oftentimes pharmacokinetics is, referred to or described as, what the body does to the drug, before it actually, reaches targets, how the body's going to be delivering the drug. We're going to see that, drugs get delivered largely through the bloodstream. And there are many, many ways that you can sort of consume a drug. And then there's what we call pharmacodynamics. And pharmacodynamics is the study of the biochemical and physiological effects of drugs once they actually reach their protein machine targets. How a drug actually affects an organism then as a result of that drug action. So it's often what we talk about as what the drug does to the body. So pharmacokinetics, which has a lot to do with the absorption of the drug, how it gets, into the bloodstream, the distribution basically of the drug, how it's going to reach various targets, through the bloodstream, whether it crosses the blood-brain barrier or not, metabolism of the drug, which enzymes will sort of grab onto it and break it down, for example, and, give you less of the drug. And also then the elimination of the drug, right? That's, through you peeing it out, right? So, the kidneys and, urination, or breathing it out. We're going to see, there's some drugs that can actually, end up being excreted through breath, right? Or sweat it out, the elimination aspects of it. So this is referred to for pharmacokinetics. We talk about ADME, which is absorption, distribution, metabolism, and elimination. And then pharmacodynamics is what we're talking about once the drug actually acts upon, its various targets, including those receptors, those channels, those enzymes, and transporters.